Hi everyone, I'm David from David O Yoga, and welcome to day 8 of your 30-day yoga challenge. So I hope you're having fun with this. The most important thing that you can do with any challenge that you apply yourself to in life is to find the joy in it, to have fun, and to hold on to an attitude of playfulness and curiosity. That will take you anywhere you want to go. So today we've got a really great morning flow with a little extra love for your hips and your core to help you feel grounded, centered, and strong. Let's begin in a nice, easy seat. So you can sit with legs crossed, you can sit on your heels or on a cushion, just as long as your spine is nice and tall, the shoulders are soft, and you feel the earth beneath you. All right, we're going to start with a little breath practice. We'll begin with bee breath, or Brahmari breath is the Sanskrit name. And bee breath is so good at dissolving any anxious energy that we feel internally. It helps us to calm and to feel grounded and centered. And it's really easy. So let me demonstrate, and then we'll do it together. Okay, so you take the index fingers and you press on that little flap of cartilage to close off the ear canal. And then closing your eyes, take a big breath in through the nose. And then you just hum all the way out. Just like that. And you keep on humming until the breath is completely expelled. And you take another breath in through the nose and hum it out again. And this humming, you feel the vibration in your lips, in your sinus cavity, throughout your whole body. And it's breaking, just imagine it like breaking up nervous, anxious energy. It's dissolving it back down into the earth. And it's calming, and it feels a little silly and fun. So allow that to be part of your experience too. Okay, ready? Oh, and we'll do 3 rounds of this here. So 3 rounds. After your 3rd round, let the hands float down to the knees, and we'll take it from there. Okay, here we go. Index fingers, press the little flap of cartilage over the ears, and take a big breath in, and hum. Let the hands come down to your knees and sit tall. Let's take a few moments in stillness. Breathe in through the nose, out through your nose. And let's say this silent mantra together. I am present in my body. I am centered. I am grounded. And blink your eyes open. All right, let's begin with Baddha Konasana, or bound angle pose. Actually, let's begin with Dandasana, staff pose, and then we'll work into bound angle pose. So extend both legs long. And the feet are hip distant apart here. Feet are gently flexed. Sit up nice and tall. So feel the sit bones rooting into the earth, and then lift up tall through the heart and the crown of your head. And place the hands gently on either sides of the hips, and gently press down to lift up through the crown of your head and broaden across the collarbone. So you're not puffing your chest out so much. You're just opening across the collarbone. Everything is awake and alive here. Feel that. The legs, the core, the crown of your head, everything lifted and gently engaged. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And then from here, let's take it into Baddha Konasana. So keep this nice tall spine, and we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and the heels in toward the sacrum just enough to a place that's comfortable. You don't have to jam them in. Just get them close. The knees come out wide. And then thumbs to the big toe mounds. And then gently open the feet like a book. And the alignment here is you're pressing the heels together. You're extending outward through the knees, and you're drawing the outsides of the thighs down. The knees will follow. And then lift up tall through the heart and the crown. And broaden across the collarbone. And continue that little alignment sequence in your mind. So opening the feet like a book, press the heels together, extend outward through the knees. Draw the outsides of the thighs down. Open across the collarbone. You feel that deepening. One more fold here. Paschimottanasana, feet hip distance apart, maybe a little bit closer. Flex your feet. Inhale, reach up tall. And exhale, fold forward. Again, reaching your heart and the crown of your head forward. Melting down and a little inward rotation of both the legs now. Sit bones spreading open on the mat. The sit bones and the hamstrings pressing down into the mat and the knees turning inward as you just fold, melt, soften, relax. Inhale, slowly rise. Let's take a counter stretch here. Hands and feet come down, press, lift the hips, let your head fall back. Great big breath. Exhale, slowly come down. Sweep the legs around behind you. Let's find tabletop, and from tabletop, come to downward dog. From downward dog, begin to pedal your feet, bend one knee, draw opposite heel down. Let's just spend a few moments here, letting our body get reacclimated to downward dog. Great big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Slowly walk your feet to your hands. Uttanasana, forward fold, top of the mat. Bend into the knees, feet hip distant apart. And grab opposite elbows and let's just sway side to side. Relax. Let go. Let the hands float down to the mat. Keep the bend in the knees, but wave up the spine with your breath, nice and slow. As you inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Bring your palms together and draw your hands to your heart for Anjali Mudra. And then from there, let the hands fall to your sides and take Prithvi Mudra. So Prithvi Mudra, the tip of the ring fingers and the thumbs come together, and the other fingers just extend long. And then close your eyes, stand tall, let the mudra just be relaxed at your side. Prithvi Mudra awakens an energy of calm and grounding. And feel that. And we say to ourselves silently again, I am present in my body. I am grounded. I am centered. As you inhale, release the mudra, sweep your hands to the sky, and exhale, swan dive, empty the breath, bow. Halfway lift, step back to plank pose. Nice long plank here. Lower your butt so the spine becomes long. Wrap the elbows in, bring more weight to the index finger and thumb. And as slow as you can with the elbows close to your sides, come all the way down to your belly, and you can come to your knees at any point on the descent. Nice. Cobra pose, untuck the toes, slide the hands back a little bit, press into the heels, and push your heart forward. Open the collarbone. Exhale, lower it down, sink your hips to your heels. Child's pose. Let's come forward. Sit back to your heels, sweep your legs around in front. So we're going to work through a really fantastic hip flexor strengthening exercise called hip flexor triangles. They're fun. All right, you start with the feet in front of you, like a forward fold. Let me demonstrate, and then we'll do it together. I'll start with the left leg. You're going to hover the left heel over the mat, extend the leg out to the side, and then like you're coming up to a point of a triangle, lift it as high as you can, and then come back down to a hover, but it doesn't touch. That's one. Then we take it out, up for 2. We're going to do 5 each side. Doesn't sound like a lot, but you'll find that they're intense. Have fun with these, all right? Okay, starting with the left foot. Lift the left heel, and the spine stays nice and tall here. Lift the left heel to a hover, extend the leg out to the side, and come up as high as you can to center. Come down to hover, that's 1. Out to the side, up to the peak, and hover, that's 2. Out, all the way up, lift it, that's 3. Probably feeling it now. Come up, that's 4. You got 1 more in you, all the way out, all the way up top, and all the way down. Nice job. Shake it out. Shake it out. Okay, other leg. Lift the heel to a hover. Extend the leg out to the side, and then up to the peak as high as you can. Come down and hover the heel. That's 1. Out, all the way up, and hover for 2. Out, all the way up, and hover for 3. They're interesting, right? Out, all the way up, and hover for 4, and 1 more. Out and up. Try and lift it as high as you can. Hold and float it down. Nice job. Shake it out, shake it out. Let's come to our back, and we'll do a little fun stuff with the core. Yogi Bicycles. Interlace the hands behind the head. We'll start with the knees stacked over the hips. As you exhale, right elbow to the left knee, and extend that right leg long. Squeeze at the top and switch. Squeeze at the top and switch. Notice how slow I'm going here, right? Nice and controlled, not herky-jerky, not using momentum, using the strength of the core. So there's a little squeeze at the top, and I'm not yanking on my neck here. I'm barely touching the back of my head. All of the lift is coming from the core. For 3, 2, stay with me, 1. Nice. Draw knees into chest. Rock and roll. Forward and back. Up and down. Rock yourself up to a seat. Sweep the legs around behind you. And let's find tabletop. Curl the toes. Lift the hips. Downward dog. Feet together. Take that right heel up to the sky. Nice and high. Knee to nose. Squeeze it in. Shift forward to plank pose and keep hugging the knee into the belly. Step through between your hands, lift the heart off the front thigh, and wing the arms back. Inhale, take the hands to the sky, feeling that back leg strong, rooted into the earth. Exhale, let's twist open to the right, nice and slow, deepening with your out breath. Flip the front palm and lift up through the heart. That right hand comes alongside the back thigh. Inhale, turn back to face the front, both hands to the sky. And as you exhale, spin the back heel down, open warrior 2. Toe heel the front foot a little bit to the right. Roll to the outside edge of that back heel, and then open up the front knee so you can barely see that big toe inside the knee. Relax the shoulders. Breathe. As you inhale, straighten the front leg, and then reaching with the right fingertips, hinge into triangle pose. So the right hand can come to the shin, to a block, to the mat. Left hand to the sky. Draw the tailbone in toward the back heel and spiral the heart open. Nice. Look down. Bend softly into that front knee, and we glide forward into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Keep the gaze down until you find your balance, and then slowly take the gaze up to the lifted hand. Flex the top foot so that whole top leg is engaged from skin to muscle to bone. And then, if you want to play, you can bend that top knee, grab the left ankle for sugarcane pose, Chapasana. Kick the foot gently into the hand if you have the bind, and breathe. And allow yourself to play here. Remember, playful attitude. Be curious. If you fall, it's not a big deal. There's no judgment. Release the foot, coming back to a half moon shape. Look down, and we float back. Warrior 2. We flip it and reverse it. Exhale, windmill the hands down, low lunge. Step back, plank pose. And let's go through a vinyasa, halfway or all the way down. Heart lifts, shoulders back. And exhale, lift the hips and push back. downward dog. Nice work. As you inhale, wave forward into plank pose. Let a wave ripple through your spine into plank. Nice and long. Wrap the elbows in, lower the butt. Hold here for a moment. Draw the navel into the spine, and then let's come down to forearm plank. Once again, breathe. Feel the core. It's like a girdle. It's like a belt tightening around your waist. Those deep muscles of the core called the transverse abdominis, really important for overall health and wellness. Inhale, press up plank pose, and then as slow as you can, all the way down to your belly for cobra. Untuck the toes. Press, lift the heart, push the heart forward. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, lower. Hips to heels, child's pose. And from child's pose, sit back to your heels. Sweep your legs around in front for another round of dun, 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 hip flexor triangles. It's okay. Now your hips are warmed up. They're ready for it. Okay, here we go. Feet together. And we'll start with the left leg. Hover the heel. Take the leg out to the side, all the way up to the top. Lift, and then hover, but don't touch. Out, up, and hover. Out, up to the point, and hover. What is that, 3? Out, all the way up top, and hover for 4. One more. Out, and take it as high as you can. Lift, 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 and float it all the way down. Awesome. Shake it out, shake it out. Okay, other side. Hover the heel, take it out to the side, and lift to the peak of that triangle. Float it down, hover, don't touch on me, all the way up, and hover for 2. Out, lift up to the peak, and lower for 3. 2 more. Out, up, and hover. You got one more in you, I know you do. Take it out, and take it up. Hold, hold, breathe. Take it all the way down. Awesome work. Shake, 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 breathe, breathe, breathe. And let's come to our back for another round of Yogi Bicycles because our core just didn't get enough that first time. So interlace the hands behind the head, knees stack over the hips, and let's start with the left elbow to the right knee this time. Extend the left leg long, squeeze at the top, and switch, and switch, and switch. Nice and slow, moving with control, feeling the motion and the lift and the crunch and the squeeze all coming from the core. Keep breathing for 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Draw knees into chest, rock and roll, up and down, forward and back. Rocking up to a seat. Sweep the legs around behind you. Tabletop. Curl the toes. Lift the hips. Downward dog. Feet together. Take the left heel up to the sky. Nice and high. Knee, squeeze it into the chest. Wrap the elbows in and shift forward to plank, but keep hugging the knee in. Step through between your hands. Lift the heart off the front thigh and wing the arms back. Feel the heart alive with your breath. Inhale. Take the hands up to the sky. Engage that back leg from skin to muscle to bone. Feel it. Exhale. Twist open slowly. Breathing. Twisting. Ringing. Flip the front palm. Take it up and back. Lift through the heart. Stay nice and deep in that bend of the front knee. Inhale, turn back to face the front. And as you exhale, spin the back heel down, open warrior 2. Adjust the front foot as necessary. Roll to the outside edge of the back foot. Find your base. And then draw the outside of this front hip back a little bit to open up the knee so you can see the big toe inside the knee. Relax the shoulders. Breathe. Feel the ground beneath your toes. As you inhale, straight front leg. Great big reach and hinge from the hips into triangle pose. Again, the left hand can find its way to the shin or to a block or to the mat. And spiral the heart open here. Gaze up to the lifted hand. Look down. Softly bend into that front knee and we glide forward into half moon. So half moon's one of those poses. Some days it feels okay, And other days, it just feels impossible. So again, playful attitude, exploring your curiosity, letting go of self-judgment. Option to bend that top knee, working into sugarcane pose. If you do take the bind, kick the foot into the hand just a little bit to open up. Breathe. As you exhale, if you have the bind, release it, coming back to the half moon shape. Look down, and let's glide back into warrior two. Flip it, reverse it. Exhale, windmill the hands down, frame the front foot, and step back, plank pose. One final vinyasa, halfway down or all the way upward dog or cobra. And as you exhale, lift the hips and push back, downward dog. Let's take a great big collective breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Come down to your knees and sit back to your heels. Nice work. Let's take a moment here, let the forehead rest, slow it down. Inhale, sit back to your heels and sweep your legs around in front for forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Feet a little closer than the hips. Root the sit bones. Inhale, reach tall into the sky, and as you exhale, reach the crown of your head, the fingertips and your heart forward, and fold gently over your legs. When you start to feel sensation in the hamstrings, maybe in the low back, then internally rotate the legs in the hip socket to create more space for the low back. So the sit bones spread open a little bit, the knees turn in a little bit, and we fold. And when I say the knees turn in, it's a very subtle thing. You might not even see the knees move. It's really an inward sense. Just relax. And as you inhale, slowly rise. Come all the way to your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Let's take a little rock side to side here. And then feet up in the air for happy baby. Grab the outside edges of your feet. Press the heels gently upward and let the shoulders and the whole spine all the way down to your sacrum come down and meet the mat. Close your eyes, and let's come back to a little side-to-side rock here to let the nervous system know that we're safe, we're grounded, we're present in our body. What a beautiful place to be. We're in control. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Release into Shavasana. Samasta Sukino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy, safe, and free. May all beings everywhere. Be happy, safe, and free. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Begin to bring some movement to your fingers and your toes, your wrists, and your ankles. And as you inhale, take your hands overhead, great big stretch, lengthen, breathe, feel your whole body, your senses, everything coming alive. It's a new day, it's a new beginning. Feel that. Exhale, draw knees into your chest, roll to your right side, bring palms to your heart. We raise the thumb knuckles to the point between our brow and we bow to one another. In light, in love, namaste. Thank you. That was really sweet, fun. I hope you had fun with it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and click the subscribe button and ring the bell. And if you'd like to keep this practice going with a little bit more cool down, a little bit more rest and restoration, click the yin practice next to me and you will just melt.